Spring market is upon us, and one thing that can really throw a wrench into your spring market is an unhappy spouse. And this is how you have a conversation to set proper expectations with your partner before spring market hits so they know what to expect. So step one, as spring market starts to approach, you have to remind your spouse that most of your income for the year, or at least a large percentage of it, is made during this time. So yes, you're gonna be home a little bit less, you're gonna be on the phone a little bit more, but you're gonna make sure that you carve out family time so that way you're still seeing each other. And yet, this is the time for you to make hay, right? Secondly, it's making sure that you do carve out specific time for your spouse, and if you have kids, for your kids. So it's all right, I'm always gonna make sure that I'm home. Sunday evenings, we're gonna have dinner together, and then maybe I'm gonna have a date night on Wednesdays, but maybe make it a little bit later than normal to make sure you've got some time for that longer work day that we all know that we have in spring. When you set your spouse up for that expectation and they already know that's coming, they're a lot more forgiving. It's when you don't set them up for that expectation and Wednesday night rolls around and you're late for date night over and over and over again that they get upset, understandably. But when you tell them ahead of time, they're like, okay, this is coming. The other part of this is, do you have a vacation at the end of spring market planned? So that way you know, yep, I'm gonna be around less for the next 2-3 months, but we have this week off that we're all gonna decompress and spend some time together. When you have that to look forward to and you can say to your kids, I'm sorry mommy hasn't been home as much, but we've got that fun vacation coming up. We've got some time that we're gonna go do mini golf and do ice cream, or we're gonna go to the beach and it's gonna be great. Everybody starts looking forward to that and everybody on the same page that this is just when mom works most. I imagine that CPAs also have to do this for tax season. They're letting their spouse know January 1 through April 15th. It's tax season. I'm going to be working overtime. I'm going to be working Saturdays. But when that's done, we're going to take a vacation together. Agents, you should be doing the exact same thing. Another piece of that is having a weekly meeting with your spouse that is about what does the week ahead look like, knowing that some of that might totally change. So saying, hey, this is what it's looking like so far. Kiddos have activities on this date and this date. Can you cover those for me? Let's do this meal and this meal on these nights because we know that it's going to be crazy. Let's plan something simple now. But getting on the same page on that Sunday night does allow for the week to go a little bit easier, and it stops those texts that you get during your working time of like, hey, what's for dinner? Should I grab something at the grocery store? And next thing you know, instead of spending 30 minutes on work, you're spending 30 minutes trying to figure out what you're going to have for dinner and who's going to stop at Giant to pick up milk in the middle of your workday. Stop it. Get all of that done on Sunday. That time is non-negotiable, so that way you know that the family is taken care of and that when you're at work, you can be at work. So set expectations. Your family is in spring market with you, whether or not they signed up for it. It's what your job is. And so just setting those expectations ahead of time helps prevent resentment later when they feel like you're just constantly coming home late, not showing up for certain events. They know this is the time that mom or dad makes money and we're gonna go spend their earnings when we get to go on our summer vacation at the end. So I hope that this helps. The more that you do this together, the more that it feels like a partnership and everybody's in it, and you don't have to feel as guilty when you need to work longer hours in the springtime. So to recap that, 1, set expectations with your spouse and your family. It's spring market, you're gonna be around less. 2, schedule that vacation post spring market so that way everybody has that decompressing time to look forward to together. And step 3, have that weekly meeting with your partner so that way you can get on the same page about how to handle what's coming up this week and how your spouse can be a partner in helping you with certain things that you're just not able to take care of alone. And then lastly is just remember, this is just when your business picks up. You know that you're going to have family time coming up where you can spend more time with your family. So don't be guilty. This is your job. This is your profession. And you've carved out time to be with them later.